Welcome to WWP Clips. This is the official Clips channel for We Want Picks. We'll be uploading our individual fight breakdown videos here, so make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. And as always, go to wewantpicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. First up, at UFC Vegas 57, we have Jinh Yu Frey taking on Vanessa Demopoulos. Vanessa Demopoulos is 7-4 overall, 2-3 in her last 5, coming off an incredible job-saving submission about 4 months ago. Jinh Yu Frey is 11-6 overall, 3-2 in her last 5, and she is riding a 2-fight win streak. Jinh Yu Frey is an older, well-experienced fighter, and that's how she carries herself. She's patient, so she doesn't panic when things are getting tough, and for the most part, she likes to throw big, heavy bombs, and that sets up her wrestling and her cage control. She is a heavy grappler who uses her size, strength, and physicality pretty well. In her last fight against Ashley Yoder, she actually avoided the grappling completely and was able to win just with forward pressure and being physical in the exchanges. And that might be her game plan here because of how dangerous Vanessa's grappling is. And Vanessa Demopoulos is a solid striker who likes the pocket. She doesn't have any real power, but she does have volume and footwork. And if it does get to the ground, she's got solid grappling and she can make something happen. She's coming off that amazing submission win over Silvana Gomez Juarez in a fight that she should have lost. If you didn't see that fight, Vanessa was dropped. She was dropped hard. But instead of her opponent letting her back up to her feet, her opponent followed her to the mat, and then Vanessa was able to pull off a armbar submission off her back after basically being knocked out cold. I love Jinh Yu Frey in this fight. I absolutely love her in this fight. I think Vanessa's probably going to be a little faster. She'll potentially have the better footwork, but I expect Jinh to slow down the pace, work in some of that bully-style physical grappling and some takedowns, basically the exact same way that Lupita Godinez beat Vanessa Demopoulos in the LFA. So Vanessa's obviously very dangerous on the ground, and we have seen lesser opponents submit Jinh Yu Frey like Kay Hansen did about 2 years ago, but I still think this is a unanimous decision win for Jinh Yu Frey. But I do have a bet on this. Jacob's the one who put me onto the bet, so I'll let you go ahead and break down this fight, and then we'll cover that.
Yeah, I 100% agree with everything. Jinh Yu Frey, this is her fight basically to lose. And I'm glad you referenced that. Not only the Ashley Yoder fight, but the Kay Hansen fight as well. Because people are going to see, oh, armbar. And they're going to look at Vanessa and be like, oh, armbar. That was actually kind of a weird situation with the Kay Hansen armbar. It was like a wizard situation. And they went to the ground. And all of a sudden, Kay Hansen's like, oh my God, her arm's right here. And then the armbar happened. And you saw the... Listen, Jinh Yu Frey her fight IQ is off the charts, and you saw that in the Ashley Yoder fight. She said, if I go to the ground, that is Ashley Yoder's best chance for her to beat me, is let me follow her to the ground, and then she might be able to beat me there, so I'm not going to follow to the ground. Every time she went to the ground, Jinh Yu Frey was like, no thanks, get back to your feet and let me box you up. If she follows that same game plan for this Vanessa Demopoulos fight, this should be an absolute, I don't want to say a beating, but it should be pretty one-sided on the feet, the way that Jinh Yu Frey can strike. Now, Vanessa... very, 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 very tough, and she can get very aggressive. And the way that she wins this fight is to make it nasty, engage some clinching, hope they fall to the ground. And when they fall to the ground, she is a girl that immediately looks for arm bars. You saw that in the last fight. She found the arm bar. But anytime you see her go to the ground, she's immediately trying to secure those overhooks and looking for those arm bars with the flexibility she has. Former stripper, insane flexibility. But as you mentioned, the bet for this that I put on this, and I can't believe the odds are what they are, because this should be a Jinh Yu Frey decision win fairly easily in my mind. But Vanessa Demopoulos, if it goes to the ground, is very, very dangerous on the ground. You can get Vanessa Demopoulos inside the distance, decisional action. And my pick on this fight is Jinh Yu Frey. I think she wins, goes to a decision, has no issues on the feet, doesn't follow her to the ground. But for some reason, if this gets to the ground, if Vanessa Demopoulos finds that submission that she's found before, the bet is inside the distance, decisional action, plus 190. I put 1.5 units on it. If it goes to a decision, if Vanessa loses, which I think probably happens, I get that money back. No harm, no foul. If Vanessa finds that submission, we pay out plus 190. So I feel good about it. I think Angela feels good about that bet as well. And we also, I'm glad you mentioned the LFA for Vanessa as well, because she does have some decent people that she's fought. She's fought Loopy. She's fought Caitlin Chukagian. She's fought there was somebody else, I can't remember who she's fought on the Cheyenne Buys. So she does have some good experience, even though her record isn't as there's only 11 fights or whatever. But yeah, my pick for this fight is Jinh Yu Frey.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page, and just to tie the knot off on that bet. So basically, Vanessa Demopoulos has proven that she's tough. She's never been finished, and she got blasted in her last fight and just kept her wits about her and was able to not only survive, but pull off the submission. So I do think it's a solid bet. I don't think it cashes, right? I don't think Vanessa Demopoulos is going to stop Jinh Yu Frey, but it doesn't matter because you get your money back. But in the off chance that she does submit Jinh Yu Frey, you'll get paid. So the most likely outcome in this fight is Jinh Yu Frey wins by decision. If that happens, you get a refund. The bet never happened. But if Vanessa Demopoulos pulls it off by stoppage, plus 190. You almost triple your bet. You're only going to get that if you go to Bet Online. If you go to weonpicks.com/bets, jump in the Bet Online, sign up, make a deposit. We'll send you $50. But I do like that decision no action bet on Vanessa, even though I don't think it cashes, but we're not going to lose any money either. It's essentially risk-free. DraftKings, the problem is, so I think Jinh Yu Frey wins. $9,200 is a lot of money to spend in DraftKings. If I thought she would grapple, it would be worth it, right? That's how you make money in DraftKings, is grappling matches or stoppages. I don't know if she's going to grapple. Like you said, it might look exactly like her last fight with Ashley Yoder. Drop her, stand up, push her down, bully. So I don't think she's worth it in DraftKings. Vanessa Demopoulos definitely is probably not. You're agreeing? I'm seeing the head nod.
The Jinh Yu Frey, I don't know why you would grapple. There's some people, I was watching, I think we were live streaming like a couple weeks ago, and there was a guy fight, I can't remember what it was, but it was against a submission person, and they kept going to the ground with him, and people were saying, but they're doing fine, they're surviving. It's like, why are you, I know you're on top and you survive, but you're like, he was just defending armbar after armbar, and arms tucked, it's like, why do you want to be there? Like, why even be there? Vanessa Demopoulos' best chance of winning is on the ground. Don't even entertain it. And for that fact, I would not play Jinh Yu Frey at $9,200.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree with that. But I do like the more and more on the Monkey Knife Fight strike line. So if you don't know what Monkey Knife Fight is, daily fantasy, just go to weonpicks.com/MKF. They'll instantly match your deposit when you sign up. And all you need to do is guess the strike line, more or less. And I think this fight goes to a decision. I think there's a ton of strikes thrown. So I like the more and more here. What I also like is this $50 from Z Tark. Z Tark with the $50. You guys killed the bets last week. My appreciation. And if you want $50, why don't you take it this time, Jacob? Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, Jacob too. Whoa, feeling good about that.
That took a turn.
I appreciate that, Z Tark. Hey, Z Tark, did you win the DraftKings? I always get Z Tark and there's another one that the names are like interchangeable. I can't remember.
Well,
anyway,
Z-Tark,
we appreciate that 100%.
Very, very much. And listen, I'm not soliciting donations from anybody, but I appreciate you basically watched our free content, got some solid betting advice, made some money betting, and then donated some back. And we appreciate that. That's amazing. So thank you very much. Thanks for recognizing all the hard work, and I'm glad it worked out for you.
Yeah, and I agree with the more. Vanessa will bring those strikes out of Jinh Yu Frey because she will push the pressure. I agree with the more.
All right, so we're going to hit that. weonpicks.com/MKF.